Hello and welcome to this week's weather briefing. My name is Dan Gregoria, a meteorologist at the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Miami. I'll be looking at the weather conditions ahead across South Florida for the work week ahead. First, let's look at the overall weather pattern. Here we're looking at water vapor imagery. This is a real good tool to show ridges and troughs. Here we have a ridge diving across the central states and across deep into South Florida. That has sent a parade of cold fronts over the past couple of weeks across South Florida, as I'm sure you have really felt the chill. We will have warming over the next couple days early in the week, but another cold front is in the offing here for Tuesday night. And the makings of this cold front is this piece of energy here diving out of Canada. That will translate southeast and spawn low pressure off the mid-Atlantic states on Tuesday, driving a strong cold front across South Florida Tuesday night. Let's briefly look at the forecasted weather maps. Here we're looking at the weather map Tuesday morning, the beginnings of a low pressure developing over the Carolinas, and the cold front trailing across the Florida Panhandle. Here in South Florida, moisture will be on the increase, with an increase in cloudiness and a chance of showers, but warm conditions as we lie ahead of the next cold front. And here's a look at the late Tuesday afternoon, early evening weather map. There's the low pressure now off the mid-Atlantic coast and intensifying, and the cold front is marching southeast down the Florida Peninsula and approaching South Florida by Tuesday evening. And here's a look at Wednesday morning, low pressure intensifying off southeast New England will push northeast, and the cold front by Wednesday morning will have passed South Florida and flow around the high, will send northerly winds and cold air moving down the Florida Peninsula, setting the stage for another bout of cold weather during the middle part of the week. So let's take a look at the temperature forecast. Here's a look at highs forecast for Tuesday, well into the 70s across South Florida, even nearing 80 across the southeast Florida coast ahead of the cold front. But as that cold front crosses South Florida Tuesday night, cooler air will start to pour into the area. Here's a look at lows Wednesday morning. In the 40s across northwest interior, basically areas west and around Lake Okeechobee, and in the 50s along the coast. And you will really feel the chill during the day on Wednesday as that cold, dry air on a north wind blows into South Florida. Highs on Wednesday we're looking at here will struggle to hit 60 across areas around Lake Okeechobee and only in the lower 60s across the rest of South Florida on that northerly breeze. And for Wednesday night and the Thursday morning, we expect clear skies and calm conditions as those winds relax, and this could set the stage for a freeze over portions of our interior areas. Right now the thinking is a freeze is possible here across Glades and Hendry counties. Some locales could dip down to the freezing mark. Across the rest of the area we anticipate above freezing conditions with 30s over the rest of the northern interior and 40s along the coast, including South Dade areas. Areas across South Beach could hang at around 50, but Thursday morning will be the coolest morning of the week. And if you don't like the cooler weather, you're in luck. Temperatures on Thursday will rebound back into the 70s, and this warming trend will continue into the weekend. And by the weekend, we're actually going to finally get to near average levels for this time of the year after being below average for the last couple of weeks. Thanks for listening to this weather briefing. For the latest forecast updates, visit our webpage at weather.gov/South Florida. We provide the most updated forecast weather information for South Florida. Also follow us on Twitter at NWS Miami and find us on Facebook. Search National Weather Service Miami. Thanks for viewing this weather briefing. Have a great one.